Check. 1, 2.
One, two. Hey, hey, check. One, two. Check. 1, 2. If you could see me now, I'm going to send a tweet saying that I'm live. Okay, so I am here. Hi, everybody. I don't really have a monitor for me. Let me turn this little thingy around so I could look at it. There we go. So yeah, this isn't the first time I've done this. I did this a couple weeks ago at the compound. It was pretty fun. I'll answer your questions. You could send a call to the number, which is 877-962-6846. I'll answer a couple of your questions. I might talk about a couple random articles. Yeah, it is dark in here according to the comments. Yeah, I didn't figure this whole thing out because I have all my monitors there. Can I do that here? Yes, I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to press some buttons. Don't mind me. So now I'll be able to see me better. So there are 25 of you watching and no one calling. So shoot me a call, 877-962-6846. And I'll send a tweet on the Kumi account because I can. Okay, still waiting on calls because I'm really just not that popular. Is NYC Crime Report going to be an ongoing show or a one-off vacation filter? The answer to that question depends on how you all like it today. This is really a pilot. So at 4 p.m., watch New York City Crime Report. I'm really happy with how it came out. It looks awesome. It's a great kind of show. And we have our first caller. So I did not plan this out too well. I haven't figured out how to remotely do the phone. So I'm going to walk over there and press the phone button. Hi, who's this?
This is Jonathan.
Hi, Jonathan. How's it going?
It's going okay. I just realized there's a delay on the YouTube thing. Hi, I had a kind of I think an interesting question. I've been watching for a while, and by the way, you are always entertaining.
Thank you.
Do you hate, like, okay, Gavin McInnes? When I
Yes.
watch his show sometimes, it seems like there might be a glitch here or there. Last night's show, I didn't notice anything, but do you passive-aggressively, like, hate him, or is there, I guess, how does that work?
I never glitch the show on purpose, first of all. I do a lot of things that might cause a glitch, but none of those are on purpose. Basically, to explain what happened with Gavin's show, what happened, if there's a corrupt file that makes its way into the TriCaster, it'll freeze itself for a few seconds while it's trying to figure it out, and then it'll tell me bad file.
Okay.
So when I get things last minute, that's usually when that happens. You'll actually notice in Crime Report we were doing some stuff last minute, so there's actually 2 or 3 pretty big jumps that I wish weren't there. But, it happens. I just work hard to try to avoid that, obviously. I don't passive-aggressively hate them either. It's obviously the show is not in line with what I do, care, or any of that stuff, but I'm a worker first and a sidekick techie second, so that's kind of how I think of it.
That's really pleasant to hear. I mean, I didn't think it was just something I had to ask. I mean, I've been watching this show for a while. It's entertaining, and
Yeah, I get that one a lot.
I think. By the way, you got me. It was like a year ago to do the $100 sign up. I seen a tweet about it, and you messed with Anthony on the show, like I asked, and I ended up paying for the $100 subscription.
We have a $100 subscription?
Oh well, I'm sorry. I misspoke. The 1 year. The 1 year. I'm sorry. I went ahead and paid for it.
Well, we appreciate that, although I do wish you paid month by month because we make more money that way.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, my girlfriend who lives with me does pay month by month just so she can see it on her phone. So that is something.
I'm not gonna comment on the stupidity of what you just said, because I shouldn't say that you can just share an account, but
No. She does it on purpose.
She does it on purpose. Okay. Well, You know what? We appreciate you. We appreciate her.
Sorry, you're calling. Stupidity. Sorry. I was getting worried there for a second. No. She does it on purpose. She does it for a few things. She's odd, but she likes some of the stuff. But we always comment on you, and I appreciate you answering my question. It was then you are an interesting person, and it is fascinating trying to figure you out as it goes. But the hard work thing, if you're working for Anthony, honestly, you would have to do that. So, that's why I had to ask the passive aggressive thing, because you're very professional with him and everything. So I just. Anyway.
Great. Well, thanks for calling in. I'm going to walk to the other side of the room and do 2 things. I am apparently creating an echo, so I'm going to shut off the speaker, and I will hang up on you.
Okay, that is fine, man. Bye.
Sorry, guys. 1 second. Just going to shut some speakers. Is this on? Oh, that one's on all the way. That's why. That shouldn't be there. Why don't we shut that off? Okay. Again, taking your calls, 877-962-6846, although none of you are calling because turns out I'm not that interesting. Let's take a look at some tweets. Sorry I'm looking backwards. I really didn't plan this. I should have put the camera elsewhere. We're going to be getting security cameras up in here, and those are going to be the shots that hit me, Keith, and Garrett, but those just have not been done yet. So actually, I don't know if you can see, if you see over there, that's just one of the security angle shots that we'll have. So when Sandy Kane comes to the lobby or whatever, we will be able to ignore her, but if we wanted to not ignore her, we could just put a picture of her up there while Anthony's talking about her. Yeah, ask anything about tech stuff, non-tech stuff, my life. Here's something fun. I am going to California tomorrow, actually, for our break. This is the first. Oh, I got a phone call, so I'll take that first, then I'll tell you about my California shenanigans. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, this is Paul.
Hi,
Staten
Paul.
Island.
From where?
Staten Island.
Staten Island. You don't have a Staten Island accent.
Let me speak a little bit further, and then we'll probably get down to that.
How's it going? What's up?
What's going on?
Well, I'm busy talking to
Enjoying-
you.
I like your. I'm enjoying your show. Is this Brett?
Is this what?
Is this Brett?
Brett?
Yeah, you don't have a call screener.
No, I don't have a call screener. And
Oh wow.
we don't have
This is like guerrilla radio.
Yeah, this is Guerrilla Radio. It's the only reason you got on.
Yeah.
But wait, when you said Brett,
I want to tell you how big a fan I am of your work. I enjoy your work.
well, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
I like your work. I like Rush Hour. I like.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing now. Yes, Brett Ratner. Very good. It only took me 2.5 minutes to figure out that you were calling me Brett Ratner.
Well, I have a touch of I have a little bit of like dyslexia. So when I saw Brett Ratner hosting a show, and I was like,
Nope, it was
that
Ben
guy's
Ratner.
Really, I thought it was for a second, and I was like, shit. It's I can say shit, right? That's okay.
No, that's offensive.
It's guerrilla radio. I'm sure it's all right, right?
Sure.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow, that guy's career is done. Why is he hosting a show? And then I was like, oh, fuck, the joke's on me. So I said, oh, you? And I was like, oh, wow, this guy looks cool. And I'll talk to him for a little bit. And that's what we're doing.
Sounds good. What was your favorite thing that we've done this year so far on the Anthony Cumia Show?
Yes, I like that. That's great. Yeah, so, yeah, all right.
Okay, you're an idiot.
What else do you want to discuss?
What else do I want to discuss? Well, I'm going to tell people about my California adventure, but you just blew off my last question, so I'm going to hang up on you.
Okay, no problem. Have a good one.
Okay, are we getting any tweets? I just tweeted Sam to try to call in because I'm sure he has nothing better to do than call into my show. Because I am the second to last non-professional, not broadcaster. Okay, yeah, this... You see, the shot looks really cool with all the screens and shit in the background, but it's not really pragmatic for what I need to do. This whole thing was designed so I can look backwards that way and be fine. But that's not happening. Let me lower my... Okay, so I'm going to California. This is my first actual vacation that I truly have off. Secret to most of you is that I was working another job all this time until we moved to the city. I did some side work, and that job meant that I was unable to take a vacation because that job did not have the same breaks as this job. So I quit that job to do this a little bit more, especially with the more shows and everything. This just got to be too crazy. Fact of the matter is, I could finally have some time off. I went to Boston this weekend, and I'm going to LA tomorrow. Friday, I'll actually be hanging out with Matt Eisman. He invited me on a tour of the Universal lot, and I'll check out Home and Family. I'll continue the story after this phone call. Hi, who's this?
It's Andy from South Dakota.
Hi, Andy from South Dakota.
Is this Ben?
Yes, it is. How's it going?
You sound a little Spanish there for a second, or like Asian. Like
I was trying to make fun of your accent, but I don't do that very well.
I don't have an accent. This is how people on the news talk. This is how Dan Rather talks.
Yeah, when I hear Dakota, I think Minnesota, and when I think Minnesota, I think Christine O'Donnell
Fargo.
from Minnesota.
You think of, yeah, you're going up by there by Brainerd, right?
Yeah, I think of Canada.
Yeah, well, that Minnesota basically is Canada light, full of Democrats. But I want to talk to you. Is there any thought of putting Dave Smith just on his own show for like politics or something, getting part of the
I
problem
actually
on the
would love
network?
that. Yeah, this is. I'm a big fan of Dave. He's my favorite skank. He's the most likable.
He took last in the likability Olympics, but yeah, I like him too. He's really fun.
Okay, he took second in the likability Olympics. But I was not a judge, so that's not official. I really like what Dave does. I would like to see some sort of show with him. He has his podcast, which I actually haven't listened to yet.
Part of the problem, yeah, it's really good.
It's really good, and I could see his views. You know, they're not identical to Anthony's. He's a little calmer, let's say. I would love to see some sort of kind of week in review kind of show with him. But
I would like to see you and him talking politics. I actually would like to see that because you
don't want to see me talking politics.
And Dan's very libertarian views. I wouldn't mind seeing that actually. It might be pretty boring for everybody else, but I think I find it interesting.
I'm politically interested, but I'm not a fun person to talk politics with because, to be honest, I'm not a I don't. This is not my thing. Talking politics. I'm just not good at that. I mean, I research. I do what I can. I'm just not fun to talk about it with.
You just don't seem very passionate about anything besides Conan O'Brien. It really. I mean,
That's
that's it. I mean, like,
about right. No, I'm a late night TV
passionate
junkie.
about Conan O'Brien, and that's it. But yeah, politics involves passion. So, and I just don't see that.
I was
when
actually I was a
watch the
politics
show.
minor in school. I like politics specifically from like a media perspective. I like studying it in that perspective. So obviously the campaigns and elections are interesting to me. But I don't want to be a talent. I'm doing this for fun. But being a talent, not my thing.
All right, I'm gonna let you go because I want to hear about what your other job was.
Okay, good. Too bad because someone else just called, so I'm going to take their call first. Calls take
All right,
precedent
bye,
over my boring stories. Hi, who's this?
Yeah, this here's Joe Bob from Birmingham.
Hi, Jill Bob from Birmingham. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good. How you doing today?
Good. Wait, so what's your first name?
Joe.
Joe, and your middle name?
Bob.
And you go by both because?
Oh, because that's just how we do it down here.
Okay, how's it going?
Oh, pretty good. I just want to call and I just wanted to ask you, maybe you give some thoughts. I want to know who you thought old Nick Saban's going to choose to be the starting quarterback down there in Tuscaloosa.
I have
and,
no idea what the fuck you're talking
Roll
about.
damn Tide.
I don't know anything about football. Football's the thing I know nothing about. He hung up on me. If you couldn't tell, sports, not my thing. But thanks for calling, person with two names for some reason. Let's see. Let's look at some comments. Seeing as you're a liberal, I'm curious to who's your Democratic choice running for president. We just spoke about how fun it was for me to think about politics. To be completely honest, I am not going to even comment on that until a little bit closer to the election. I'm not dealing with this bullcrap of, 27,000 Republican candidates, a growing field of Democratic candidates. When things start getting serious a little bit closer on, then I'll start paying attention. I'll let you all weed out the dumb shit first. Let's see. You're a good egg rat. Management loves the show, rat. Well, that's wonderful. Let's see. Twitter. Do not let Gavin push your buttons on the sex thing. You are the best. I know. If I want to talk to a 23-year-old virgin, I'd call. Well, no one. I don't know of another virgin over the age of 18. Of course, that's the case. Again, there's 51 of you watching, so give me a call, 877-962-6846. Even if it's you, Lady Di, even if it's you, Chris from Lindenhurst, I'll tolerate calls from both of you. I'll send out another tweet shortly. Crime report again, 4 p.m. today in about a half an hour, so I'm going to end before that happens probably because I don't want to take spotlight away from a show that we worked hard on. Not that I would take spotlight away from anything. Okay, so back to my LA trip. Going to LA, taking JetBlue. Thanks, JetBlue, even though they didn't sponsor anything. Matt Iceman on Friday. Wednesday, though, so the day I get there, there is this place called Paquito Mas out in Los Angeles. It is a restaurant that I'm a big fan of. It's kind of like a Baja taco stand. And when I lived in LA, I probably ate there 5 times a week, as much as I eat dollar pizza here. So I asked them, I missed it so much, I haven't been back in 2 years. I asked Paquito Mas to drive me directly from the airport to the nearest Paquito Mas. And guess what they did? They said yes. So I will be going directly, because, the cliche is you go from the airport right to, not In-N-Out, fuck In-N-Out, Paquito Mas. I'm getting another phone call, so let's take that. They hung up on me. That wasn't very nice. I'm going to post this to actually my Facebook too, so pardon a few seconds of silence. Isn't this thrilling? Okay, so I'll take some Twitter questions because a few have come in. What is your final thoughts on the lav mics? it's a hard question to answer, but the easy answer is we're still working on it. Ideally, we want to go with the lav mics. They add a lot more flexibility to the show and to the talents and the guests on the show that static mics just don't offer. Colin Quinn, for example, could lean all the way back and be totally fine and audible. Obviously, they don't sound as good. So the deal with sound on these, we've had 3 audio experts in, and they are not able to get those damn things working. We're doing some more research and more work with people who work in actual TV. We want that TV sound. It's not going to sound exactly like a radio show no matter what. It's not going to sound like this. This is a giant mic. I'm speaking right into it. It's not going to sound like that. But it should sound close. It should sound better. So we're still working on getting that working. The studio, believe it or not, is not truly finished. We still have a lot of odds and ends laying around. You see some monitors that are off that should be other things. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So that's the deal with those lav mics. Let's see. Thanks for taking my call. You worked hard. How did you meet Anthony? How did I meet Anthony? I've said this a few times, but I met Anthony when I came for my interview that I got off Craigslist. He was sitting on a couch, on his big couch upstairs with a girl. I forget which one it was. I didn't know anything about Anthony, so I assumed daughter. Turns out, not daughter. And the rest is history. Hey, Ben, any thoughts on the lav mics and desk setup? Yeah, let's talk about that desk. We actually just had some guys, professional set builders in. My original design for the desk didn't win, obviously. The desk shape is incorrect. It's virtually impossible in our space to make that desk look good. So we are kind of going back to the drawing board on the desk. I don't know how long it's going to take, but let me see. Do I have a camera up right now? Here, I'll send you a shot right now. That's Anthony's desk right now. That's actually, you're looking at the inside with Anthony's desk on the other side. Basically, the goal is we're going to turn this thing 90 degrees, probably with a completely new desk. So it's going to be a different desk. It's going to look better, one that gives me angles that I could shoot from. Basically, the issue we're having perspective-wise, when someone's close to the camera and far away, when you shoot that close in a small space, you have perspective problems. Getting another phone call. Hi, who's this?
Hey, Brad, it's AJ.
Hi, AJ.
How you doing?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Montreal.
Montreal, okay. Long distance. Are you paying for this call?
No. You got a 1-877 number, man. It's all free from U.S. and Canada, right?
Sure. What's going on?
Not too much. I actually have a quick question for you. I'm putting together a technical workshop for some students of mine, manual exposure, manual focus, depth of field.
What do you teach?
I teach journalism, but mostly my focus is in technical production. So
what grade group?
Sorry?
How old are the kids?
We're looking at university age.
Okay, cool.
So the reason I'm calling is because now you have like some experience under your belt, and you still remember how it's like being a student.
Could I tell you how right you are?
Sorry?
Did you hear the earlier part of the thing when I said I worked another job?
No.
So basically all of last year I've been working another job, and that job is teaching TV production to middle school students.
Hooray.
So I am a little more in tune with how to work with students and TV. So go on with your question.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks. What was a common mistake that you fell into, and how would you correct it? And what would you recommend to students to correct?
And this is regarding focus?
Just in general for like anything technical, I guess.
Anything technical. Well, the number one thing as a techie is signal flow. If you understand signal flow, you can solve any problem with obviously a little bit of know-how. But when things go wrong here, first thing I go to the source and then I follow it back. If I'm using a microphone, I have to understand the microphone is the thing that takes the sound in. XLR for the microphone to the mixer, then goes the mixer, then goes to the speaker, then goes to the stream. So having a good knowledge of signal flow will help you in every situation, no matter what kind of equipment you're using. It's a video camera. Camera is taking the image in. It's going through an HDMI cable into we have converters here that go to SDI, SDI into the router, router into the switcher, switcher to air, air to the stream. So knowing how to do a signal flow is vital in any technical career. Other things that have helped. Don't let things pass by. Don't be lazy. I was famous on my campus. For those of you who don't know, I interned at Conan O'Brien's show out in Los Angeles. I'm sure I've mentioned it a million times. But I sent in a video a few months before I started working there, and that video was out of focus. And they ended up airing it on the show, and it was just the most embarrassing thing in the world. So think about things like focus, white balance, having good sound. You know, it's the basic things in a production. Just don't be lazy about them.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of great advice, Rat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the call.
Yeah, if your kids have any questions, you could give them my email or Twitter. I love talking to students in journalism folk.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Have a good one.
Here's another question. Have you considered high-quality mounted parabolics? Again, parabolics are not good for this situation. We need basically a very small focus point for sound. And that point is where the person's talking. Parabolics are those big bowls that they use at like football games to get the sound of the on the field. We have a lot of other factors here, including air conditioning and audience sound that we need to isolate. It should work with the lavs. That's why we're kind of in a bind. We're working to get them working, but we will not switch back until they sound good. We brought in the desk mics. We have these SM58s. The show will never sound bad again. I'll promise you that. Another fun fact is we gave Garrett the new job of audio mixer. He used to do that back at SiriusXM and other places before that. And that's going to let me focus on the visuals a lot more, graphics, all that stuff. And Garrett's going to be doing sound in addition to the rundown and the phones. So that's a change in the show that you all might not know about. So go blame him for all your problems. No, but I'm working with him, obviously. And if he's busy taking a phone call, I'll jump it on the mixer. So yeah, that's a little change. Hopefully Lady Di did not see your tweet. Please prevent her from mucking up the airwaves. That's the plan. Some YouTube comments. For the love of fuck, make the desk lower. Yes. So here's the thing with the desk. So obviously we're basically building it from scratch. It was built kind of in a rush, not the best scenario. The desk, the chairs that Keith bought also don't go very high. So it's kind of a mixture of two things. Believe me, we are aware of these issues. Day one, we saw that there were issues. We're remedying all of them with a new desk. Yeah. How come the show was short yesterday? We actually recorded yesterday's show on Thursday rather, before the sibling show. So we didn't get to shoot that until around 1:30, 2:33. At that point, we had to start setting up for the sibling show. So it was a mix of not wanting to work Anthony too hard, and logistically, we needed to set up the entire production for the outside. Taking your calls again, 877-962-6846. Spit or swallow. Comment. I'm not answering that. Let's see. I haven't looked at my phone in a while. You are being lame with calls. I got a lot more calls last time, but maybe it's because it's not showtime. Did any of you see that story? This is in Auschwitz. I could not believe this. They have decided, and I kid you not, to put showers in the main waiting area because it's too hot. They were saying it's too hot. They needed mist. Obviously, they're putting them off as mist sprinklers, but showers are the last thing you want to put in Auschwitz. Let me pull that article up. So yeah, here it is. Auschwitz showers offend some visitors to the former Nazi camp. You just have to laugh about this one. Obviously, the intent wasn't to be offensive here, but it's just one of those things like, maybe let them suffer from heat stroke. You're not supposed to enjoy and have a pleasurable experience at Auschwitz. So yeah, let's see if a picture comes up on this thing. It's just giving stats about the Holocaust. I went to Hebrew school. I know all of that. But yeah, they seriously put an actual showers back in Auschwitz. Let's look at some more comments. Rat doesn't deserve this job. Smug cunt. Thank you. If Rat would go all in with Gavin, I would never talk shit on him. No. Siblings show always suck. That's the opposite of what a lot of people say. They tend to love the siblings show. Yeah, we heard it on O and J. I listened to that, but I didn't get to listen today. Get the green screen gone. It sucks. Yeah, I know the green screen is not the best scenario. We're working with it. There's a potential for some sort of physical set, but it's partially a money thing. Partially, we've got a bunch of shows we have to deal. But we will be getting probably one custom designed. I'm getting a phone call. One moment. Hi, who's this?
This is John.
Hi, John.
Hello, yeah. Are we allowed to ask Rat questions?
I am Rat, and that's the point.
Oh, okay. My thing's kind of slow. I wasn't sure. I got an idea of what might make a good Chip Chipperson appearance.
What's that?
Have Chip, don't announce him, but have Chip show up in the audience, mic'd, and just kind of comment throughout a regular Anthony show.
That's an idea. I will mention it.
That's an idea, you think?
I'll mention it, and then Keith will shoot it down immediately because the words came out of my mouth and not yours, because that's usually how ideas work. Although I have what I think is a wonderful idea, and I'm not going to tell you because Keith and Garrett actually thought it was a good idea. It's a character, but I'm not going to tell you any more than that because if this works out, this thing is going to go viral. It'll be hilarious.
Okay. Another thing I think a lot of us would like to see is like a behind-the-scenes tour of the studio.
Behind-the-scenes tour of the studio. Well, you're looking
like what was done to it, and like if he has, I'm kind of curious about his equipment at his house and the equipment in the studio. Did he have to go
We could talk about the equipment in the house at some point, but I mean, you're here in the studio right now. This is the control room for the Anthony Cumia show.
Right.
So if you're watching over here, this is the switcher. This is the thing that controls the TriCaster, so any visual stuff is run through this board here. I could move things around. I could add the graphics, all that fun stuff. My screens are over here, and this is what lets me run it. I've got a program up here, so that's showing what's actually... that's actually supposed to be showing what's going to error, but right now it's showing a green chair. Let me see something. Well, that's not supposed to be showing just a chair, so I have to figure that out. It should be showing my face, actually. I got my computers here. This is where I work. Got a security camera system. Eventually, we'll be able to punch those up on screen. Over there, you can't see is our mixer. And I'm too lazy to bring you into the studio now, but at some point we can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just like the behind-the-scenes kind of stuff, so...
Yeah, we'll do something else at some point to show you a little. When the studio is finally finished, again, the studio is not completely finished. Then yeah, you'll see a little more.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Thanks for taking my call.
Yep. I'll answer
Bye-bye.
some YouTube comments in a little bit, but we have another phone call. Hi, who's this?
Hi, it's Gary from Ottawa.
Hi, Gary from Ottawa. How's it going?
Not too bad yourself?
How's it going in Canada?
Well, not too far. I mean, it's about 10 minutes away, so it's probably just as hot as it is here.
In Ottawa?
In Ottawa.
Isn't Ottawa Canada?
Yeah, Ottawa, Canada, but Canada is just a little bit to our west here, and I think.
Oh wait,
that's
is there
where
a place called Canada?
Yeah, there is a place called Canada.
That's stupid.
So I think Canada was sort of Canada. The name Canada, I think, came from Canada, which I think is an Aboriginal name for a place where tents happen to be.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, my sort of question or maybe programming idea is I like to tune in at 4 o'clock, and sometimes you hit 4 o'clock perfectly, sometimes you have to wait. What I'm wondering is, could you, instead of having that Anthony Cumia kind of logo, could you put on some sort of reel of little clips or little bits just to keep people entertained until the show starts?
That involves work.
Well, couldn't it be something you put like in the can, as it were, and then just sort of press a button and let's say 10 minutes before the show starts, it's either a music video, it's a clip, it's just something to keep people entertained, just versus having to watch that sort of graphic, which really doesn't do a whole lot.
Probably not. It's just a lot of pre-production work that we just don't have time to do. Just turn on the radio and switch tabs or something. This is the internet we're on.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, just again, just an idea to keep people entertained before the show starts.
I appreciate the comment.
Okay, take care.
Thanks for calling. I got a couple more YouTube comments here. Rat, what would happen if someone accidentally dosed you with LSD? I don't know. Don't try. Hey, Ben, it still says you need a job in the bottom right corner. Yeah, it'll probably say, what, over there? Is that it? No, over there. It says benneedsajob.com. That's my website. It's been there forever. It's just what I have there. I got another phone call. One sec. Hi, who's this?
This is Anthony from Yonkers. How are you?
Hi, Anthony from Yonkers. Don't be too excited to call.
Hey, I got an app question for you.
Sure.
When you're in the timeline, is there any way of, like, would you hit a certain time for the video to start playing from that point forward?
The answer to that is very soon. Basically, Livestream is our current service provider. We are a little limited by them, so we're looking into other options. In fact, it doesn't work on Android at all, which is a part of what was holding up the app. So we're changing providers. I don't know when those changes are going to happen, but when that happens, yes, you will be able to click and go right to a time. And actually, even now, if you download the episode on the app, as long as the episode is downloaded, you are able to click around.
Oh, okay. Did not know that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I did a video a while ago explaining, but yeah, if I've got the app here. Looking at, why did it say live now? Oh, Pat Dixon says his is live now. Oh, yeah, if you want, Pat Dixon's episode is actually available this second. But yeah, I've got the app here. You go to the timeline, and you just click around, and it switches.
All right, cool.
And that works for all audio and just video, and just download video.
Very good. That's all I had.
Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Let me answer a couple more questions from YouTube. I answered political views. Hire Garrett to answer your phone. Whoops. 1 second. You're doing a great job. You're pretty good in the air. And you don't talk wrestling like Sam Roberts. I hate wrestling. But I like Sam. How do you feel about LOS? Are they annoying? They're not annoying. They're a fun show. It still says I need a job. Yeah. Can you fix so you don't have to close the annotation when you play YouTube videos? In settings or add-ons and solve it. Yeah. So annotations, I actually shut off last week. I forgot to do that since we got to the new studio. But what I can't get rid of is the new cards. It's those little things that pop up from the side of the screen. So yeah, that's an issue. I'll work on it. I try to download videos when I can, which solves that completely. Getting another call. Hi, who's this?
Hey, Rat, what's up? It's Scott from Boston.
How's it go? I was just in Boston this weekend.
It's a nice place.
I give it a 7.
Anyway, I was talking to Garrett like a few months ago on the phone, and I was trying to hook you guys up with a guest. He is are you familiar with the Comedy Bang Bang program?
I know of it. That's on IFC, right?
Yeah, but there's also a podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so there's this guy who does a character who's a former Opie and Anthony intern. And he's a very, very funny guy, and he does a lot of improv type shit. And I actually corresponded with him via email a few times, and he'd love to be on the show, but Garrett got lazy and didn't feel like emailing him, I guess.
Well, do me a favor. Tweet me the person, and I will pass it off to Keith.
Can I possibly send you an email because I don't have a Twitter?
Well, get an email. Yeah, ben@anthonykumi.com.
Support at anthonykumi.com or?
Yeah, send it to info@anthonykumi.com.
Info@anthonykumi.com. I'll send him your information. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Later.
Hi, who's this?
This is Adam from New Hampshire.
Hi, Adam from New Hampshire. What's up?
Are you still live?
Yeah, I'm still live. I'm going to go till probably around 4 because I don't want to take away from the Pat Dixon Crime Report show.
That's awesome. On your Twitter feed, you listed the number 877-862.
Oh, did I
And
give the
it's
wrong
actually-
number?
Yeah, I think you did. Just as that's a little friendly heads up. And that's no big deal. But I did want to call in last week. I don't know if anyone's listening right now,
Got
but
about 80 people listening.
that Tits for Tracy thing, man, that's a real thing. Rick Shapiro's wife.
Say that again. I missed
cancer
that.
thing. It's she's got GoFundMe.com, Tits for Tracy, and it's a 4, the number 4, Tits for Tracy. She's got a double mastectomy coming up, and I mean it's to help his wife out.
That's a lot of mastectomies.
Yeah, I mean it's as many as you can possibly imagine. Unless Rick's got tits too, I'm not sure. I think he's been, doing his thing and wearing his bras and bikini tops on Kumia show as best he can, but I think his tits are safe for now.
Oh, okay then.
So, I mean, if anyone is listening and they want to give a shit about it, you can affect somebody that actually has breast cancer, not just some big organization, by going to GoFundMe.com/tits for the number 4 Tracy. Anyways, I'm a subscriber. I'm about to re-up anyways, and I love you guys every single day. So thank you for what you do.
Great. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.
All right, talk to you. Bye.
Okay. Taking some more YouTube questions. Can't you put the phone closer to you so you don't have to keep getting up? No. I haven't set up the remote stuff yet to do that, and right now there is zero slack between where I am and where Garrett sits. Didn't plan that one out too well. Let's see. Can your TriCaster melt steel bars? No. Rat, did Hitler do anything wrong? Yes. First time crime show is on. How do you know it sucks? It shouldn't have leaked. It also doesn't suck. Ant is having a staycation he was in earlier today to talk with the desk people. Do I know guests for next week? I know we have a fun-filled guest week. I'm not going to mention who they are because we haven't announced them officially, but I do believe you will be happy. We got good guests lined up, and we have guests every day. It has definitely been easier to get guests since we moved to the city. Again, call me 877-962-6846. I will take your boring, stupid calls on this boring, stupid show. Rat, are you going to put tax on your resume? It's already there. Why wouldn't it be? It's on my LinkedIn. It's on my resume. Because I do side jobs. I want to show off what I do. I would like to consult doing this TriCaster stuff for other people. So, yeah, this is absolutely there. You fast-forwarded through New York City Crime Report and therefore thought of blue. That's just stupid. Right now, I am going to make sure that the New York City Crime Report is live. I got to press some buttons to confirm it gets live to everyone. And now it is. So now, New York City Crime Report is now live at anthonycumia.com. I'll leave it on the background here. I am very proud of how this show came out. But first, of course, we've got Anthony talking about FanDuel. Crime Report was fun for me because I come from a local news background. I worked at News 12 Long Island. I did a lot of local news at school, started a local news show on my public access station. I worked for New York One News in Manhattan. So news is my thing. I did a lot of news before doing this kind of talk. So it was exciting to get to kind of combine what I do to do that. Again, taking your calls, 962-6846, 877-962-6846, but clearly none of you are interested. Rat, try to stay away from the profile shot. Yeah, Rat, why did you set the password to Dixon? What are you talking about? Rat, try to stay away from the profile shot. Yeah, I know for me here, they got the nose going on, and we are working on reframing that in the actual desk, but we're literally have no other options right now until we change the desk shape. Any Lady Di calls yet? No, we only had like 5 calls this time. I guess I'm just not as popular as I thought. Also, there's a show today. When I did it last time, there was not a show going on. So, there's still something to be entertained by. Still 70 people watching. If 70 of you are watching, why are none of you asking questions and none of you calling in? 1-877-962-6846. Call in now. I'll tolerate your stupid questions. What's up with the intro? Was it your idea? Not a fan. That's Pat's. It needs to be a little shorter. We're working on it. If we end up doing more, we'll have a more refined intro. What happened to the Stuttering John's intro? Basically, the audio quality just wasn't good enough. We're going to have him record a whole bunch of those when he gets here in a couple weeks. So we'll have a bunch of different intros that he says. I like the idea of how it's kind of a different thing every day. And now, a man who likes Subway more than Jared, Anthony Cumia! Because I'm working and waiting for you to answer my Cat Marnell question. I don't know. Who was Cat? Was she the one that was wheeling all over the place? Too much work. You think that this is the best episode of SpongeBob? Hey, Rat, do you know that Tax could get sued for Brother Joe for using more than 30 seconds of a Zappa horn solo in the new theme song? I was under the impression that that was completely new. So if you could send me a link to that, I would be interested. Robert, I am not going to answer your question. Anthony wanted the late night intro concept, so we are sticking with it. How come no live Cumia show today? It's pre-taped because we're on vacation. I realize how fascinating this must be to all of you. I'm not saying much. Would you guys consider doing an SNL style intro live from New York? That was my original idea. I actually do a pretty good Don Pardo. I might not be able to do it now. I'll send a link in a little bit of... Actually, maybe I should just pull that up now. So I am pulling up my Don Pardo intro, but first we have a phone call. Hi, who's this?
This is Adam again. No one's calling. I'm happy to be cannon fodder if you want to, rip on me or whatever.
Well, what do you have to say?
I don't know. I love Cumia Show. I watch it every day.
Anything of interest?
I don't know. You guys should have Mark Shapiro on. You guys should focus on getting Louis on. That would be cool. I don't know. I'm loving everything that you guys are doing. I'm thinking the new studio is a great place to really host a lot of neat new dialogues, but that's really turning that first year into a really canonologized. Is that?
Stop making up big words like Gavin.
That first year is going to be a special thing, man. As this thing moves on.
Yep. Well, we hit the 1 year mark, so. Okay. Thanks for calling. I'm bored of you.
All right. Bye now.
So what I'm going to play now is my Don Pardo style intro.
It's the Not Ready for Primetime podcast with Ryan McGee and Mike Ryan. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan and Mike.
But now Don Pardo is dead. They just hired a new guy over on SNL. He's going to be the first person, although actually Leslie Jones didn't either, I guess, but he's going to be the first person not to have Don Pardo say his name of the new season, which is sad. It's Saturday Night Live. It's the Anthony Cumia Show. Live. Fuck it. Another call.
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Jobless Zombie.
Hi, Jobless Zombie. Nice meeting you down in Tampa.
Hey, just wanted to know, do you watch any Rick and Morty?
I don't watch Rick and Morty. It's on my to-do list. I've seen the only thing I've seen from it is the Simpsons intro that they did, but I found that hilarious, so I will watch that when I get around to it.
You need to give it a chance. Are you a fan of Futurama?
Futurama is my favorite animated cartoon ever.
Okay, then watch Rick and Morty next. Is pretty much like that same type of humor and storylines. I'm going to go because I feel like I'm going to fucking shit the bed now.
Yeah, you are.
All right, later.
Bye. What's my favorite episode so far? That's hard to say. It's like, who's your favorite baby? All of them. Still 69 people watching. Call in with your questions, 877-962-6846. We'll wrap it up soonish because I would like to not take anything away from the world premiere of the Crime Report with Pat Dixon. In fact, I'm going to send a tweet about that.
It's almost football season.
Yeah, shut up. It's not football season. Actually, it probably is football season. Getting another call. Hi, who's this?
Hello, Ben. This is Don Porto.
Are you kidding?
It's a terrible Don.
That's a terrible anyone.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was just curious to see how you got your job with ants.
I will repeat this story once again. I responded to a Craigslist ad. No, it's okay. I responded to a Craigslist ad. They literally hired me for my name. And then afterwards, they realized that I had the skills. And then even after, they realized that I fucked everything up. That's the story.
Nice. Well, you do a good job, Brett. Keep up the good work.
Did you know we saw that episode of CR yesterday? How did you see that episode of CR yesterday? I am interested in that. Bug on site loser. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go to the horrible police on Reddit to see what's going on here. Can't watch both. Going to watch Pat Show. Bye. Yeah. Let's check the phones. Hi, who's this? It does suck not being so close to the phones. Let's see, how long have I been going here? No one else seems to be calling. I think I will wrap it up here. Thank you for, I guess, watching? Listening? It was a secret link with a password. Yeah, but I only gave that to one person. And that person was Pat. But I guess it wasn't hard to figure out. Okay, yeah, thanks for watching. That's all I got. Wait, one more phone call. I'll give it one more chance. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Jobless Zombie again. I actually have a question for you, Rat. Were
What?
you working the night of Gavin McInnes' show when Ralph Sutton was on?
I work every night. I'm the only one who
Okay.
does this along with Garrett.
Recently, he went on a podcast called The Jerkcast, and he was talking about how he was told he had to be there at 10 o'clock and pretty much...
I'm not
didn't
going
get
to talk
on
about any of
until-
that stuff. That's drama. That's stupid. We're not going to talk about it. But
You don't want to join in the drama? All
nope.
right.
Bye.
Just wanted to make it aware that it was out there.
That's all, folks. Bye. In here, according to the comments. Yeah, I didn't figure this whole thing. Hey, check. You can see me now. I'm going to send. Okay, so I am here for the past. Yeah, that's all. That's all, folks. Bye.